Right now is a once in a lifetime opportunity for planetary alignment. We're going to have most of the planets align into a straight line. It's going to be just after sunset. I've came out to the middle of nowhere watching the sunset. It's going to be coming up soon, maybe in the next half an hour when the sky darkens, you'll be able to see it. It'll be the best time in about half an hour to an hour. So we are so lucky and so gifted to have this opportunity to see this, to witness this, to be a part of it. And even today, get pulled into the office at work and got fired on the spot, and asked them what the stipulations were, and they said it was under your 90 days. So we don't have to give you a reason. You're off the property in 3 hours. And they even went to the point where they escorted me with security guards because I was one of the only good people on that property. It was Sunshine Ski Hill, and they are the worst company in 24 years of a professional career that I have ever worked for in my entire life. And I've never dealt with that much narcissism, that much psychopathic energies, that much manipulation, sabotage, bullying. I was threatened. I was body checked. I was set up. I was sabotaged by not getting my orders before service. And I found rotten food in their fridges from 2024, the expiry dates. I found food in their freezers that were over a year expired. And they have all these incompetent people that have no idea what they're doing, but they all hang out and drink and sleep together and party. And I'm monogamous and straight and celibate and don't drink and don't party and don't care for hanging out with those types of people. So instead of them fixing the issues and realizing how horrible they are as people, they just get rid of the one good person because then they can keep their disgusting aspects and company going the way that it is. But even some of the people that I spoke to on my way out, security guards and stuff, like I had other people get fired and came in the kitchen and walked around the property and came and give me hugs and thanked me for how much I've helped them in the conversations that we had. And even yesterday night I got pulled aside by some of the front of house, and they were just talking to me about how incredible I've helped them in the deep conversations that I've had with them. And I laughed in their faces today. Like, people are looking up to me. People are noticing how good my food is. I'm getting compliments. And you guys are intimidated by it, and it's amazing. I'm used to this because when you're one person that cares, one person that tries, one person that stands up for morals and values and not being a belligerent, drunken idiot and actually doing something with your life, it stands out, and all the incompetence around you looks horrible. And it's easier to get rid of the one special person than it is to change all the disgusting aspects of the company. And it's good because I've already filed OCB with them. I have 3 audio files from the abusive conversations and the manipulation going on. And it's funny, the people that threatened me, the psychopaths that stole my stuff, the things that were going on, none of them got written up. I got written up for getting body checked by someone else, which is insane. Like, I've never dealt with anything as horrible as Sunshine Ski Hill in my entire life. So it's remarkable to know how horrible humanity is in certain aspects and how disgusting people are and the system. And in 24 years, I can say that there's only been a few companies I've worked for that actually had decent bosses and decent management and decent owners. A lot of them are just money-hungry, narcissistic, psychopathic, horrible people. And it's incredible to know that you stand up to a company, you stand up against what's wrong, and then you get labeled the bad person. which just truly shows you how messed up they are. But as I'm saying all this, there's just the most amazing like pinks going on in those clouds over there. It's so beautiful. Wow. The moon's just over on this side. We're going to be seeing these stars very soon. But it's cool because like this happened on the day of planetary alignment. The house that I was in was full of psychopaths. I'm pretty sure 95% of that company are pure dark evil people. And any of the good people, they do anything they can to try and hurt. It's funny because even in the interview, they were like, "Oh, we're not the type of people that try to build them up or like knock you down to build you up." And I called them out today when they were firing me. I was like, "You don't, that thing that you said about not building." I was like, "No, you bring people here to try to destroy them." Like that's how horrible you people are. And I told them straight to their face. I was like, "You can't mess with a starseed and get away with it. So enjoy the universal karma that is coming your way." And it's crazy. They literally had me escorted from the office to my room, wouldn't even let me in the kitchen to get my stuff. And it was so intense. Like they were treating me like I was some serial killer when they are literally the epitome of demons in sheepskin. So it's remarkable to see how far life comes when you have all of these really evil people in positions that shouldn't be there. And it's amazing to know that if you stand up for yourself against abuse, against horrible things happening to you, and then you get fired when that is against human rights, that's against workplace safety, that's against OCB, that's against police, that's against everything humane, and you're the one that gets let go, that shows you should never be working for that company. And I can admit that I have never felt more peaceful than when I left that property. Yes, I'm dealing with a lot and now homeless in a car with no income in the middle of wintertime, and that's another story. But at the same time, dealing with that type of stuff, and I had pneumonia 6 weeks ago. Right now I'm back again sick. Half the time I was working alone. I don't get sick. I haven't been sick for years. Multiple years. And then 2 massive ones. Pneumonia I've never had in my life. And this other one, another crazy one. I had to go into the hospital to get chest x-rays. Nothing like this has ever happened to me. So I lived in Banff for 12 years. The universe sent me to this job. I'm a reincarnation for universal justice, and the universe sends me where it needs to give people karma. So, the one person in the kitchen fell and broke their shoulder. The one person's child, 2 people's children actually ended up in the ICU. The executive chef and one of the other bullies. One of the other ladies ended up with a really bad disease. And they had a month of no snow and some of the worst conditions possible. And I kept laughing at all of them. I was like, man, you guys are messing up and messing with universal justice and universal karma. And you keep coming at me. And all this bad stuff keeps happening to all you people. And I said that to the 3 men. They had 3 managers, 3 security guards all surrounding me when they were firing me today, trying to intimidate me. And I called them all out. I put them all in their place in a polite manner. Never yelled, never sworn, just told them how inhumane they are, how disgusting they are. I've been a manager and executive chef for 18 years. I've been in cooking for 24 years in professional kitchens. I've never experienced anything a fraction of what I dealt with there. So I would recommend not giving them your money. I feel sorry for the mountain, and I feel sorry for all the good people in the staff that are being treated like puppets and destroyable little meat suits for their own disgusting narcissistic garbage that they all are. So yeah, I wish love to the whole world. I wish love to all of them. But I know what's coming at them. And when I said that, man, the chef was instantly like, oh man, you do know my daughter's in the hospital. It's like, well, you can't get away with hurting a starseed on purpose, trying to destroy someone's life, sabotaging them, bullying them, abusing them, setting them up. I was attacked. I was threatened. I went through more insane things in a 2-month time than anything, and all they had to say was, I was like, you guys have nothing on me. I've cleaned 2-year rotten food out of your fridge, cleaned all of your freezers, worked half the shifts by myself, feeding hundreds of people. What do you have on me? Oh, we have nothing, but here's your under 90 days, so you can get off. And they gave me less than 3 hours to pack my stuff and get off the property. So, wow. Man, beyond disgusting. So, humanity is kind of interesting. I mean, that's not humanity, but those were really evil humans. But I find a lot of these resorts that are out in the middle of nowhere have the darkest managers ever, manipulating and hurting people. If you're not part of the drinking crew and sleeping with everybody, then you're the target. But I think hookup culture is the most repulsive thing in the world. Open relationships is disgusting. And anyone that respects themselves would never understand or ever be a part of any of that, because you can't respect yourself and go and sleep with others. You know, it's a spiritual connection and a soul collision, and it can take up to 7 years to remove the energy off your body. So most people being unhealed, they're passing all of these unforeseen frequencies to each other. It's absolutely remarkable. I wish love to every human on this planet. I wish kindness to every human on this planet. And I wish healing to every human on this planet. So that way we can live a beautiful life. We're not supposed to be against each other trying to hurt each other. We're meant to be helping each other reach our maximum potential. So, namaste world.